I was at home. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning from explosions and sirens. The house was shaking. My first thought was, I knew this was going to happen. My second thought is what's going to happen with Yaeli. Yaeli is my daughter. She's 25. She's autistic, and she doesn't speak. And the security ran in and they said, Mr. Lapid, you have to go down to the shelter. And I said, yes, but I have to take my daughter. It wasn't that simple to explain to her why are we waking her up and what is the sirens and explosions is all about, all without words. But we did. And then we went to the shelter. The first call I got was from a Knesset member by the name of Debbie Beaton, who's a citizen of Sderot, which is a city down south, and she was whispering. She said, there's somebody outside my house. They're shooting, it's terrorists, it's terrorists. The house became some sort of a commanding post for everybody I knew down south, which is quite a lot of people. And at 4:30, I met with the prime minister, and I said, I known him for almost 30 years, so it's not very formal. He was gray and tired and old all of a sudden. And I said something at that meeting that later on became a cliche. I said, Prime Minister, this is the worst day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. And what we need to do is form a unity government. You have to get rid of the extremists in your government, and we can create a unity government because we have opposite us a challenge that is unparalleled to anything you or I has ever seen. And he was reluctant to do so. And until this day, I'm sorry about this. I thought it was the right thing to do, and I still think it was the right thing to do. But this is water under the bridge, I assume. And this is it. This was my day. I mean, the day of every soldier down south was more dramatic and tragic than mine, but it was pretty tense. Right now, the effect is horrific. Our international statute, the fact that 142 states has recognized unilaterally a Palestinian state, the fact that nobody understands what is it exactly that we're doing, and above all, maybe the fact that if there's one thing I'm sorry about is the fact that nobody in the government has the political courage to stand up and say, listen, this is a just war. We are doing what needs to be done in order to protect ourselves, but we are sorry for every child that loses his life. Children should not die in grown-ups' wars. And as Jews, as human beings, as people who believe in Judeo-Christian traditions and morality, it's heartbreaking. It's devastating to see all the death on the other side of the border as well. And since nobody did that, nobody also understands what is it that we're doing and what is it that has become of us because of this war. Now, again, there's so much bias and fake news about Israel's role in this. There's no genocide. We are not starving intentionally nobody. We are sorry for the deaths of the innocent. But we have to be able to express this. And the fact that we didn't, as a country, as a government, I did, others did, the civil society did, is right now making us lose points rapidly in the international arena, even within the United States and within groups that traditionally supported Israel without hesitation, like your viewers. So this needs to be resolved and cared for, and I hope we will in the near future. So now he's totally dependent on the extreme alt-right within his government that says no to any deal and said we just have to go into some sort of an internal war or other messianic pipe dreams. So I've been telling him, listen, if you're worried about the collapse of the government and going to election too soon for your part, we can sit down and set a date and do this together, and I'll give you a security net, because nothing is more important than making this deal, bringing our hostages back home, and finish a war that is doing us a world of terrible things. And you know what? This pin of mine, the hostage pin, it's been on me for 2 years on a row now. I can't wait to get rid of it. I want them back home.